This is now for the, let's say
the big one.
The big one, yeah, hence why it's at the end. So, Black Panther. This is the
Yes.
latest. I mean, I don't really have to say much about it, but
I mean, no.
it's I think it's the 18th now addition to the MCU. So,
In the now 10 years
yeah,
since Iron Man.
I know. So they are kicking off the 10-year celebration.
That was great. I loved it.
That photo was great.
That photo was great. I know the pictures of like everyone sort of fangirling at all the other people.
Yeah, like spotting like
Robert Downey Jr. being like, I'm sat at the front in the middle.
Yeah,
How did this happen?
Yeah.
And then there's Tom Holland standing next to, I think it's like Chris Pratt. Like,
yeah, there's just
so. Like you do all realize you're in a movie together. Right? It's coming out this year.
Right. So 10 years. This is the, you know what, Black Panther has done amazingly in the box office. It's already destroyed Justice League. Sorry, Justice League.
I mean,
you've been destroyed in 4 days.
I mean, it has come to the point where it's kind of like beating a dead horse, taking the piss out of DCU, but we've still got to do it. 4 days it took them to make more than Justice League, and it doubled. It was a 200 million budget. It doubled it in less than a week. So. Right.
So let's kick off. Black Panther, directed by Ryan Coogler, who also directed Creed, starring Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, and Angela Bassett, Martin Freeman, Andy Serkis.
Oh my gosh.
It's just top loaded with talent. Yeah. So
Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker. There's just too many.
There's so many names in this.
But
it's amazing.
Right, let's kick in. Overall, I loved it. But there are a few flaws. But let's talk about the good things. Let's
start.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's just an explosion of culture. I mean,
it really is.
I mean, to get this out of the way, you cannot underestimate the fact, the cast, what a big deal this is. People do say, oh, they're playing a bit up, a bit too much. But to see a film which is pretty much all ethnic, you know, lead a blockbuster movie to financial success. I mean, it's the first time this has been done, so you can't really take away that fact as.
Yeah, and one of my friends at work, he was saying that having such a huge representation of African culture on such a huge platform is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's something that you can't take anything away.
Exactly. I mean, it's a huge gamble, and it's actually worked pretty well.
And as a woman, I'm going to bring this to the table.
A lot of strong women.
Amazing strong women there.
Yeah.
The fact that also they mentioned Grace Jones right at the beginning, I thought that was great.
Yeah, nice. That was a nice nod.
A nice little Easter egg for people. Danae Guerrero was the fiercest woman I have ever seen in my life. She played Okoye.
She's the general.
The general.
Yeah.
And she was insane. She was like one of the best fighters on the screen.
You know what? When she dropped in the Civil War trailer, I was like, not Civil War, Infinity War, I'm like, why is she? But now I'm like, oh damn.
And she deserves it. Like her at the end was insane.
Yeah.
And Letitia Wright, she was funny as hell. She plays Shuri, the little sister.
She's got back. What are those?
She's the embodiment of like the young generation at the moment.
Oh yeah. When her and Peter Parker meet.
Oh my god, that's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing.
That's going to be so much fun. Lupita is like the bleeding heart of the whole thing. She's like, we should be doing more. And like, this film is such a mirror, a reflection of the world at the moment. It really
does. I mean, I was going to say the storyline here. I mean, yes, your generic Marvel DNA, the jokes, the set pieces.
The big action scenes.
But the storyline here actually really does hit people that other movies haven't. Such as I said, just, is it right for countries to isolate themselves when they could help others?
Yeah.
I mean, when you see your own people getting discriminated and prejudiced against, is it right to just stay in the shadows and not be ignorant?
It is definitely a reflection of what we're seeing in the world at the moment. And it's when Chadwick Boseman comes out and does some of his speeches, like the one in the UN, it's the leader that you want right now in the real world. And you're like, this is fictional, this is a film, this is written by Ryan Coogler and all the guys at Marvel, and it's and then the comic and everything. But he is the leader that I really want at the moment. You want someone like T'Challa to be standing up there and saying those words, but it's a film, and that breaks my heart.
It's like a storyline I wasn't really expecting this level of gravitas, to be honest.
Yeah,
exactly. And it talks about the other part is like, if you see your people being brutalized and suppressed around the world, who are we? We should be out there, not. So I think bringing onto that is Killmonger by Michael B. Jordan. He was amazing. I mean,
fantastic.
He's probably the best villain I've seen since Loki. And even Loki's getting a bit stale now, but this guy is like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
my friend was saying he's read the comics of quite a few of the comics of Black Panther, and he was saying whereas like Chadwick Boseman doesn't quite live up to the the arrogance and the confidence of Black Panther, but Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger is just insane.
I mean, it's important to have a villain who you empathize with and can see why they are what they're doing.
Yeah,
and
he points out the hypocrisy of what they're doing.
I mean, we've got previous villains like the one Ronin from Guardians of the Galaxy, Malekith. These guys like we're just evil because we're evil. Like we don't care. Like
just because.
Yeah, like
because we want to.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas here, Killmonger, like he's like, I've seen what's happening to our people, and it's not right. We should be out there. I mean, obviously the methods he takes are very psychotic, but he needs to have that psychotic tendency to be a villain. Yeah. But it's also important for us to know why he's taking what he does and why he believes what he is. Right or wrong, at least we can see where he's coming from rather than just being, I just want to be king of Wakanda for no reason.
But he wants to be king of Wakanda
for a reason.
For a reason, because he thinks, but then, you know, it's funny because he points out the hypocrisy of their beliefs and how, you know, they're like, Africans have been shipped all over the world and discriminated and hated and killed and murdered, and he's saying, you know, that was bad, therefore we should go out and we should kill and we should murder people. So he misses the hypocrisy in his own actions.
Hence why, you know, he's got to have that flaw in him anyway to be a psychotic villain.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what makes him so psychotic.
I mean, there was a plot twist in there, which I don't reveal, which explains why he's connected into it, which I think was a bit, I didn't really like that. I think it's a bit rushed or just a bit out of nowhere.
Okay, yeah.
You know what twist I'm talking about, the one that shows why he's connected to everything with the royal family. I'm like, this is a bit, that could have been done a bit better. But nothing like it's just
it's one of those necessary
just to move it along
twists.
But
I think the best thing about this movie was the cast. They were the best.
Daniel Kaluuya, can't forget him.
Yeah, exactly. He won a BAFTA this week as well.
And the guy who plays M'Baka, the mountain tribe leader. Winston Duke. Oh my god, he's hilarious as well.
He was so funny.
Like, we're gonna eat your children. No, we're not. We're vegetarian. It's just like, oh my, the way he says it. It's like the way he says it.
No.
Like the cast, I mean, carries it. I mean, there's talent.
So many. There's the best representation of black and female actors as well. I mean, I'm gonna hop on about this. This was great. And the line, like, there's
and like his royal god are all women as well.
Exactly,
so
they're all
really
like big warrior women, and they were amazing.
And purely from a cosmetic point of view, it's such a stylish movie.
It's so beautiful.
It's so glossy. Just everything's well done. I mean,
all of the costume design as well.
There's a lot of effort into it. I was reading about the cultural reference behind all of them, and just Ryan Coogler's done great. I mean, the scene where a certain character, you know, like the scene where they're coming to film and the camera's upside down and it moves.
Yes,
that was really one of just things like that. Just make the film look so much more.
The little dig at his sandals.
What are those?
And then he's like, oh, you know, they love tradition.
Yeah, I'm a dad now. It's just like.
And it's good because it is that reminder, like the younger generation does come in and they do try and keep the culture alive and the traditions alive. Yeah. And then someone comes in and goes, nope, all of it dead. And also, the fight scenes I thought were very, very good. They actually learn...
The Korea set piece is great. I love the Korea.
Yeah, they actually learn a lot of different styles of martial arts. They used...
This like in what fights? Like is this in general? Like you mean the fight?
In general, for the film, the cast learned a variety of martial arts. They learned Danbei boxing, Senegalese wrestling, Zulu stick fighting, Muay Thai, and Salat, which is native to like Malaysia, Singapore,
that's the raid. Don't worry, I'm aware of that.
Yeah. So they learn like a combination of all of those to do all of the fight scenes and stuff. And the big fight scene at the end with the two armies is fantastic.
And the rhino. She just
oh my god, that was the strongest part of the movie. And she's like, bam. Yeah, you ain't going past me.
Yeah, I think definitely. I mean,
she was my favorite.
And the fact Infinity War looks like it's gonna be set most in Wakanda as well.
Yeah.
It's sets everything up. This film is perfect for the run up to. Yeah. It's just got me even more hyped now. Yeah. If it was even possible to like.
I mean, and we do have to mention Andy Serkis and Martin Freeman. They did good too.
Yeah, I mean, Martin Freeman got a lot more time than I thought. But
I didn't expect that.
But with Andy Serkis, it does bring me on to one of the downsides of the movie. It's not the perfect movie, to be honest. Okay, so
yeah, we're gonna go into. We're not taking anything away from the impact.
But there are.
But there are points that we need to get out.
We'll try and keep it as spoiler free as possible. But Andy Serkis was very much underused here.
Yes.
He's maniacal.
He is
and I would love to see a lot more of him. But
have you seen the meme where it's like Martin Freeman and Andy Serkis having a face-off in the film?
Yeah.
And then what Lord of the Rings fans see, and it's Bilbo and Gollum.
So
I was like, yes.
I would love to see a lot more of him because he was amazing as
He's fantastic.
But his kind of character does get his arc done. So because his character was in since Age of Ultron, I think.
Yeah.
So he's got a nice arc, and they kind of follow through with that. So you kind of see.
Yeah. But he was a necessary evil to bring Daniel Kaluuya's character a bit more into.
It's just I would love to see a lot more because it was just so great. Another thing, the CGI is very noticeably a bit okay. I can see it's not the best. I mean, for 200 million, you can see that. Yeah, there is a lot of it, and like the scenes where he's coming out the water and sees the mountain, you can just see there's duplicate people onto it and stuff. And it's like, I mean, obviously for the budget, but he's not.
Their ships are cool though.
Yeah, and like the final fight scene is very underwhelming.
I agreed with that, but that comes into my bad point. My main bad point about it is the pacing, where like I like a bit of variation. I like something hard hitting, and then I want a respite. I want something really emotional, and then something a bit pulled back, and then a big hard hitting end scene. But you didn't have that. You had everything happening all up here.
I think where they could have really improved the movie is when Killmonger and Black Panther they meet. Like in Wakanda, they could have really drawn that a bit more to build up a bit more tension.
Exactly.
Because he literally comes in, he does his thing, then they move on to the next part of the story. Where it kind of like, I wanted to boil on a bit, bubble on, you know. Because the first part of the movie could have been trimmed a lot more, like the whole Korea side detour. It was fun.
It was fun.
But they could have cut like 10 minutes out of that and use that to build up the hatred between the two.
Because they could have made that fight scene a bit shorter, and that would have made the impact of the later scenes a bit
to be honest, I prefer their first battle on the waterfall than compared to the final one they have, which is just CGI generic. It's in the dark, there's punching. It's like what's.
And then like the sister trying to get involved with the like.
That was cool.
They were cool, and it was good that she was getting involved. But it was kind of.
This should be between like the two leading. What do I have? I was really disappointed by the fact Black Panther does really seem like a supporting character in his own movie. Because really in Civil War, he's just a badass. He's just like, my name's Clint, I don't care, bang. He's just like taking note.
I'm here because this guy killed my father.
Yeah, he's
like, he's so powerful in that film.
And he's just driven. He's just like,
he's pulled back a little bit.
Very, because he gets his ass kicked a lot. And this is straight after Civil War, so it's not like there's been a bit of time.
Yeah,
this is the exact same guy. This literally the same guy was just driven by rage. I can understand the rage and anger side is not there. But he's still very much like, Killmonger is so much more interesting in this movie than Black Panther. And I kind of feel he does get reduced to the butt of the joke a few times. I'm kind of like, come on, man, this is the same guy who was just kicking ass in the last movie, literally a day or two ago. And now he's just been reduced to comic relief at most of the scenes, which...
Yeah, I felt actually it was over too quickly. When it finished, I was like, oh, is that it? And then everyone left, and I was like, wait, where are you going?
Noobs.
It was funny because everyone who was sat in the middle of the cinema were the people who knew. Yeah. And all the people sat on the edges.
The second end credit scene is worth the wait, so...
Yes, definitely. If you haven't seen it yet, wait until all the way through the end of the credits. It's definitely worth it.
The second one's really great.
But yeah, my main thing is just I wish that there was a bit of a respite, a bit of a false sense of security, a little bit of a relax, and then power with the end scene. I think
like, you know, my takeaway from Black Panther is the fact his character was such a different kind from the usual like typecast Marvel hero. So his introduction to Civil War was just a fresh breath of fresh air. And to see him, they kind of reverted it slowly back to like Star-Lord kind of gimmicky, bantery kind of character. Like I thought.
Well, that's how I felt about Thor.
Yeah, I mean, but Thor's change was there for a while though. Like he
I guess it was.
Whereas this is literally a character from like literally like a few days ago, who was just like just tearing down, chasing Bucky on the road. Like say, I'm gonna beat you up because I hate you. Whereas now he's just like, oh, you know, people cussing my shoes. I mean, it was nice. I'm not there, but it's kind of like a bit of a change from who he really was in the other film. I would kind of like him to still retain a bit of his aura.
Gravitas.
Whereas like, because Killmonger just beats him up, everyone beats him up, like kind of. Yeah. I would have liked him to be a bit more.
Another thing was like when after Michael B. Jordan and
does his thing,
there's no gap, there's no like, what should I do next?
Like
it's literally just like pow, 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 pow. And there's no time for you to kind of catch up and go, oh, okay, we're going this way now. I just think it was way too quick. Yeah,
I think overall it's a great film, but there are a few tweaks that I would have done to make it better. Because I mean, if I compare it to the last film, Thor Ragnarok, I think Thor just about edges it out just because of its consistency, and I think just characters are just I mean, like Thor he's center of that movie, whereas here T'Chaka,
he's a bit of a support.
Yeah, the other characters are bouncing off him really strongly, to be honest. I mean, his sister's amazing, they're all bouncing off him, rather than him being that. He seems more of like I said.
Yeah, he's like bouncing between them. You've got like Denai, who's like this really powerful general, and then you've got his sister, who's like cute and quirky and funny, and then you've got Killmonger, who's this insane, like anti-character. And he just
seems a bit,
he's like, overshadowed.
He really is, Hopefully, he comes back in Infinity War a bit more like he was in Civil War.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's seen from the trailers. It looks like he's a bit more like the whole "I get this, man."
Yeah, exactly. All of that stuff. That's
how like taking control. Like you are a king.
Yeah,
act like it.
To be honest, they did go into that aspect of him becoming a king and what it means, but it seems like that was literally 24 hours ago since Civil War. So it seems a bit quick for him to suddenly not know, oh, who am I as a king? What do I stand for? Yeah. Whereas literally, like, he had no idea a couple of days ago. It was fine, but
actually, going on from that, I thought that the spiritual stuff was really interesting.
I did like the way Killmonger actually had an effect on Black Panther and what kind of king he wants to be, because all of that came from actually Michael B. Jordan's character. Yeah. His idea, like, his execution's a bit messed up, but his ideology,
finding out what he found out about King T'Chaka as well,
really changes him, and he accepts, you know what, Killmonger had an idea. I mean, it was good. The way he wanted to do it was wrong, but we shouldn't be how we were. We should evolve, and I think
the world has evolved.
Yeah, we should evolve too. But so
I really liked that when he first went into that sort of other plane, and all the other Black Panthers were Black Panthers in the tree. I thought
it was very like Lion King, like when Simba sees Mufasa,
like so much like Lion King. So good.
But so let's wrap this up. I will say the Black Panther roars. Pretty cheesy, but it does roar. It's a great film, bar a few things, but just for the cast alone, the action, the style, the Marvel bants, and the way it connects into the huge battle coming up soon, it just hypes up even more.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with an actual score for the first time in ages.
Do we ever do scores?
I'm just gonna go a solid 8.
8, yeah, and it just gets me more excited for Infinity War. I think
it does.
You really like. As soon as I watched this, I went back to the Infinity War trailer to notice all the Black Panther characters, and Bucker's in it. I'm like, what? He's in it?
Yeah,
like all of these characters. Yeah,
the 8th man, I think is what it's actually.
Is it M'Baku?
M'Baku.
Yeah, M'Baku. Yeah, he's in there. I'm like, oh my God, he's in there. Like he just.
And Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah.
It's Wakabi.
He's gonna get some repercussions for his actions, but
I hope so.
Yeah, I think.
But,
okay, awesome. So
I actually want to just say one thing.
You got 30 seconds.
With Martin Freeman, I think there was an interview or someone asked him a question, and they asked him, what did it feel like to be the minority?
The Tolkien white guys, as they're saying.
I mean, it was just like in the cast, it's basically him and Andy Serkis of the main cast. And he was like, now I know how they feel when they're on set with us. And it reminded me of a film. It's a terrible film, but it's good in the respect it draws on the same issues, and it's Stepsisters on Netflix, and there's a similar thing. It's like these this group of white girls go to a step competition full of like all black people. It's a very black cultural thing in America. And she says, you think you feel out of place? You feel like they're judging you before you've had a chance to express yourself? That is how they feel every single day. And it's just stuff like this coming out now more, and I think it's having a positive effect on people. Yeah, the cultural significance of this movie cannot be understated. Exactly, so... But, fantastic, and it's also backed up, and it's a great film. So it's not just a political statement. We're gonna release a really terrible film, but because it's got black people in it, we're gonna make a killing. They've really backed themselves up. Great way to start the 10th year celebrations as well. So yes, exactly. Ant-Man's coming out soon as well. So Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah. Right. Awesome. So I think we've dragged on a bit. We've dragged on. I mean, that's why we kept this one last, because we knew we were gonna go on a lot more. Exactly. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.